It's an interesting profession. You know, it takes you all over the place sometimes. And I just get a thrill out of it because I get to learn more and experience more and bring that home every time I do it.
Tony, how long have you been styling hair?
You know, it's been a long time. It's been about 30 years now that I've been styling hair as an artistic director. Of course, you start out as an assistant to someone, and then eventually you move up the ladder and re-educate yourself to the point where you get to become an artistic director, you know, where you're actually designing hairstyles and educating people on the better ways of styling their hair.
You're based in San Francisco and you've worked all over the world, haven't you?
I have worked all over the world. It's amazing how fast it all goes by, but yes, I have worked all over the world. I've worked in Paris, I've worked in Italy, I've worked all over the world. And it's always interesting because you learn more and you can bring it back home and inspire your clients with what you've learned.
What feeds your passion for being a hairstylist?
My passion for becoming a hairstylist comes, I think, from my mom. She was a nurse and she liked to help people and heal people. And I guess I get that from her because I enjoy helping people look better and feel better about themselves, and I enjoy making them feel better, healing their hair, living in New York and being around fashion all the time. So it inspired me to get involved in something that would bring out my artistic abilities as well as being able to express it in a way that people could appreciate. And what better way than making people look good?
You're known for helping clients grow out their hair longer. How do you do that?
Helping a client grow their hair longer comes from a step-by-step process of first examining what their habits are and what their regimens are at home. If the regimen is not a healthy one for their hair, then I re-educate them. And if they need to have better habits, I help them with that by examining how often they use hot irons on their hair, what their regimen is as far as their shampoo and conditioning, swimming, you know, things like that that can damage the hair over time. I try to examine all that first, and then I re-educate them on the better ways of taking care of their hair. So that's the first part. The second part is making sure that their ends are trimmed regularly, making sure that they don't blow dry their hair too often. If I can give a client a style that's a lot easier for them to take care of without all that abuse, then that's what I do. And I do special conditioning treatments on them to strengthen the hair. All of that together helps the hair to grow longer over time. It's not an overnight process. It's something that takes a little time and consistency on both of our parts.
When a client wants to change their look, what process do you use?
The methods that I use in accomplishing a successful makeover on a client is by examining their entire lifestyle. First, I look at what they do for a living. Then I look at how they dress for what they do for a living. You know, what they want to look like, how they want to represent themselves. And I go from there. And then I talk about the hairstyle, the shape, the angles on their face. You have to examine the face. You have to examine everything. Step by step, I change things until they become who they want to be. And when I see that look on their face of them being completely happy with who they are, then I know I've done my job.
How important is it for a hairstylist to stay current with new styles in the industry?
It is very important to stay current with the new styles and new looks so that you can always change your client and keep them current. If you're not current, your client's not current. So you have to stay on top of things. You have to keep taking classes to learn, because for every new hairstyle, there's a new technique. When the client knows that I'm current and I'm excited about what I've learned, they're excited. They're open to trying new things. It's so important to stay current.
Do you have to advertise to get new clients?
In a way I do, but by doing what I do best. I find that when I am at my best, and I'm successful at making that client look amazing and walk out of the salon looking amazing and go to work feeling amazing and go to social functions looking her best and feeling her best, that's my advertisement. Word of mouth is the best advertisement there is.
I see you have received more 5-star reviews than any hairstylist on Yelp and Genbook. That must make you happy.
Receiving so many outstanding reviews only humbles me because I don't do what I do for reviews. I do it because I'm passionate about it, and I just love that look on a client's face when I've made them happy. That happiness on their face is the review to me. But when I do see that people are inspired to write about it and express it that way, it just makes me love what I do even more.
Tony, how long have you been styling hair?
It's none of your business.
You are known for...
I love it when she does that.
Yes!